It is 7 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 4 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 24th of April in the year of our Lord, 2026. Season 16, episode 42. 763 times you have been welcome to the Clubhouse Podcast, your one-stop shop normally for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. But things are a little bit different this week for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's Friday, but we'll get into that in just a minute. Welcome. I'm Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse Podcast, and I'm going to do my best this time to keep my voice at a steady level so it doesn't sound as bad as it did at Retro Expo. To my right is my co-host and a man who will be heeding the same exact advice.
Yep.
He is Alex.
Yeah, and I love that we're here and almost getting to like Tower of Pisa, the USA Film Festival through the background. I'm just excited to be here.
There's a reason.
I know.
At the other end of the dais is the official fact checker of Sooner Gator Productions and a man who probably doesn't want to talk about last night.
Actually,
you may know him as Zig Bunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Hey, man.
Actually, so good story. We had seats literally right next to the Pirates Bowl.
Okay.
And me and my wife, the Fantastic Faye Ford, were probably 2 of 4 people that had Pirates gear in that area. And they're doing the pitches, they're warming up. Actually, they threw me 2 balls from the bullpen. So I gave one to look at behind me and one to the Fantastic Faye Ford. So in the end, it was still worth it. You know, I never got a ball at a game before. I don't care how I get it, but you get that ball at a baseball game. It's cool news. So
the funny thing is I thought you were going to be making a reference to a different thing that happened last night, but maybe we'll wind up talking about that on a future show.
Yeah, that's
once the draft is done.
Yeah, sports is off the agenda.
Why don't we
tonight.
get a quarterback? They only had 2 taken by the time it came to my Steelers.
Because this is the worst year for a quarterback.
But you got Britt Baker on TV.
Yeah,
that is true. Multiple times.
Yeah.
So there is that.
And they had the coolest intro with Renegade.
That's another story.
Yeah,
for another time.
But I'm here at the USA Film Festival. You guys know me at the film festival.
Oh, there goes the intro.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't even said where we were yet, Don.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead.
No, but go do your thing.
Okay. Got to go. Bye-bye.
Not the table. Not the table. Not the table.
Yeah, but hang it on the... okay.
Yeah.
It is the 56th annual USA Film Festival. We are here at the Angelika Film Centre.
I really love this theater. I really do.
Stolen Water Media Sunset Lounge all over Dallas this week.
Oh, yeah.
YDC was live at EarthX this week. If you haven't checked that episode out, I had to text groups today.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a piece of that conversation that I said, I can fix that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You'll have to listen in to YDC, and you might figure out what I'm talking about because we have talked about it on this show many times.
I think it might actually be better to go watch it at stolenwatermedia.com.
Well, if you're somebody like me and you listen to the audio because you're on the go a lot, you have both options.
So you can go either place.
You can. You can go either. Well, right now, YDC is on its own YouTube channel. Speaking of things of that nature, it is now official. So if you go to the clubhousepodcast.com,
Ding. I'm not Don.
But what's
that's our website.
Thank you.
I'm not used to it being set up unless it's a review. We're all it's a film festival.
It now forwards to the Stolen Water Media site, so you don't have to worry about that
anymore.
Officially, I got on the phone with GoDaddy yesterday, and they fixed it for me.
And our normal QR code that we have will take you anywhere you need to go, including Stolen Water.
And we don't have the QR code tonight because it places itself badly. And if I got to choose between the QR code and the Sunset Lounge logo, which is over there, we're going to keep the Sunset Lounge logo.
Yeah, my arm is way too short for this.
We are at the USA Film Festival. It is the Angelika Film Centre. This runs through Sunday. Tonight is a very big night because it is a movie's going to show here that hasn't even released yet. Been released till next week, called Deep Water. This is Rennie Harlin's return. First shark movie since Deep Blue Sea.
Well, and it's one of those ones where it's like, if I had $1 for every shark movie he made, it would be 2, which is not a lot, but it's kind of odd that there would be 2.
And Rennie Harlin, produced by Gene Simmons under his new production company.
Yes.
So they are both here tonight, but I am told that they are on a very, very tight schedule.
Yes. Well, as though they would be. They are the big stars.
Exactly. So if we can get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. But there's a lot going on tonight. I will be hosting a Q&A later tonight for a movie called Do Us Part with director, screenwriter, producer, and cast member Reed Arnold.
Okay.
This is the story. Reed plays the best friend, the slimy best friend, if you will, of a man getting married. And on his wedding day, his college flame shows up to present her feelings.
Oh, dear.
Throwing things into utter chaos.
As they tend to do it.
I watched this the other night because I was preparing for the Q&A.
Yeah.
Had a great time. It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's 30 minutes or 90 minutes in out.
That's just that sweet spot for films. It's like, if you give me 90 minutes, I will give pretty much anything a shot.
Both of those movies start at 7:30.
Yeah.
So you got to get down here if you want to get tickets. Tickets for Deepwater are $20 a piece. The other two movies, the other movie and the shorts they're showing tonight are free.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the things about the USA Film Festival.
Yeah.
Is most of the screenings are free. Now people would say, well, why then it's the other one? Because that's a big production. It has a distribution company.
Exactly.
You know, so
as we've learned, as we've gotten closer with film festivals, even here, anywhere, Cannes, Sarasota, where Deepwater premiered, you're looking at these smaller films that maybe somebody sees it who's like, you know what? I do have a connection at Netflix, or I do have a connection at Prime Video, and maybe that's where this winds up going. So a lot of times they want as many people as possible to see these pictures. Something like a Deepwater has already been greenlit the entire way. They know what's coming. They're good, and so they can charge.
And if you follow us on social media, you'll see that I have my picture. Actually, on mine. I don't think I put it on ours. I put it on.
I think it's on both.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's on both. But you saw Rob basically about to get eaten by a shark.
And USA actually reposted it.
Nice.
So we want to shout out to USA Film Festival. We've been doing this one now for. I mean, we've been doing film festivals for over a decade.
That's crazy.
Almost a decade and a half now, and they never. It's only taken me 16 years to be able to get the setup down, so it's a little bit more efficient. As you can tell, a lot cleaner than normal. So shout out to Ashley for supplying us with a new camera. This will be the second show we've ever done with this camera.
Got to give Nate the Great a little bit of an assist on that one as well.
We had to get a new tripod, so I didn't have to shove Post-it notes in there to get it the right angle.
So we didn't have to manipulate the angle.
Also, this weekend, Dallas Comic Show. I'll be there tomorrow. I went set that up today. Going to be there all day, but it's a big weekend.
Yeah, and that'll go through Sunday as well.
Yep. We've got some people on the red carpet that are going to be starting here in about 20 minutes. So let's get some headlines out of the way. Television and stuff we watched this week. I've actually got stuff. You got stuff?
I have one particular item, and I'll be quick about it. So I have been praising Invincible since its inception, and season 4 just ended. When I tell you season 4 blows the 3 seasons I loved out of the water, I am not being facetious or exaggeratory or hyperbolic. This was one of the best seasons of television I have ever seen.
Wow.
It was deep. It was fun. It had some serious OMG moments. It had an incredible representation of PTSD. No spoilers on why, but throughout the entire season. And the interesting thing I will say about this is this season they leaned into the aesthetics a little bit more. And there were certain, you ever see a movie or a TV show where they freeze frame and you're like, that would literally be an art print. They did that multiple times. And introduced literally the most, and I'm going to abbreviate it since the sun's still up, the most BA character I have ever seen in anything ever. And then I learned we're only halfway through the comics arc. That's crazy to me. We are 4 seasons in and only halfway through the comics. Robert Kirkman has said it's going to be a 7 to 9 season arc if they get everything he wants, which means it'll be abbreviated just a little bit. But I cannot wait for more. I cannot praise this show enough.
And for those of you wondering why the backdrop, I had to put this up because there was so much light coming through the window. I was in silhouette during setup.
That makes sense.
So shout out to Adam from the Angelika for
Adam always
helping me brainstorm on that, because otherwise it was going to look like a really bad noir film. For me, first 3 episodes of American Gladiators have dropped. Episode 4 tomorrow. Chris Rose is at the desk in this.
Partnered with, or is he solo?
No, he's by himself.
Oh, really?
Miz is on the floor with I can't remember her name. I looked her up. She's not somebody who's done a lot of things, but she's very good at what she does.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll take a
whenever they would cut back to shots in the locker room for the Gladiators.
Yikes.
it was all of their names over the lockers. So are you telling me, Amazon Prime, that your gladiators are in a co-ed locker room? Because that's a little weird for me.
It could also be considered progressive.
It's still a little weird.
Well, based on what we know about the prior iterations, it becomes way more unstable. But
Eliminator, thank you, sir. Shout out to Scott.
Kick me out later. I'm good.
In Eliminator, there's not,
Roxy Diaz.
Yes. You remember in Eliminator back in the day, right towards the end, they would have to pick a lane, and
the wall.
Well, it wasn't the wall. No, it was like they had to run through a thing of
right, through the wall.
One of them was empty. That part is not in Eliminator.
Oh,
they don't run into the gladiator.
Well,
every time
that felt like a CTE situation happening though, so that might be smart.
Could be. And at the beginning, the first time a gladiator appears in each episode, they have a little bio on him.
Oh,
the one that was weird.
How kayfabe is the bio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it recognizes Camille as the former NWA Women's Champion at one point,
but not by name. It's just bio.
Yeah, it's Hurricane.
Okay. Yeah, she's Hurricane.
But Mayhem at one point, it said he can kickflip on a skateboard.
You know what I told you about that?
I'm just like, come on.
That I am telling you right now.
Isn't that Jesse Goddard?
No, that's the one I told you about that I think begged for a job.
Right, but I think that's not Jesse Goddard from Impact.
No, Jesse Goddard's was somebody else.
But he's
yes, he is.
Okay,
I want to say he's something like Star something, or I'll take another look.
But we'll get into some headlines. ABC, Hulu, Disney
Steel.
Plus, Steel. Okay. ABC, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN. Paradise Season 3 is coming your way.
I have not heard anybody say anything but rave reviews about Paradise.
Juliana Margulies joining the cast.
Oh, that's a great get. She's fantastic.
So, we're getting another Jeopardy.
Okay. What are we going to do now?
You want to guess?
Okay. So we've done pop culture. We've done sports.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing another sports one now?
ESPN and Jeopardy.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I mean, he has come a long way with me, but still. Oh.
Yeah. And a few weeks ago, we talked about a spin-off series for Dancing with the Stars called Dancing with the Stars: The Next Pro,
which they're reversing it, basically.
It's going to kick off July 13th.
I would actually be kind of interested in this because as much as I will bag on Dancing with the Stars for not having stars, the pros on that show, phenomenal talents, absolute athletically gifted competitors.
Apple TV saying that season 3 of Silo will feature its origin story.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's going to kick off the day after my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
So that's
the third, right?
I want to catch up on. I've never watched it, but I've heard really, really good things.
Sean watched it, and she said it was good.
So,
plus Rebecca Ferguson. I mean,
yeah. Here at the USA Film Festival, we're having Rennie Harlan. And when you think of Rennie Harlan films, this is not necessarily a film he directed, but it's kind of in that wheelhouse. Do you remember the first Under Siege?
The first Under Siege on a ship debuting Erica Eleniak.
And I'm glad you said that because she is in the news this week. She will be reprising her character Sonny McClane on the Baywatch reboot.
Okay, that I can roll with because she's about as close to OG as you can get now with that.
She was in another movie, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of those. She's a prisoner that's being transported by two guys, and then things go awry kind of movies. Not The Chase, because
that was Christy Swanson,
right? Which has one of the greatest post-credit scenes ever.
Yes,
and Flea going, "I'm a road warrior. I'm a road warrior." and one of my favorite lines in movie history of, I said, "Kick it to me, Pele."
Yes, Charlie Sheen's best delivery ever.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. And they have already renewed Fear Factor House of Fear. There's a chair right over here if you need one, sir. Please do. They've renewed Fear Factor House of Fear for season 2. The Johnny Knoxville vehicle, who is one of the guest hosts, a co-host this week on HDTGM. Because
did you see him in the news lately?
Depends on what you're asking. Let me finish what I was saying.
Go for that,
first.
and we'll circle.
Mainly because Tall John Shear
Mm-hmm.
got to spend a couple of days on the set of the new Jackass movie.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think that's where that connection came from.
Gotcha.
They're doing Live Wire with Pierce Brosnan.
Wow.
Yeah. Nicole Byers thought there were only 2 people that ever played James Bond.
Can you say that again? Really?
No, you heard me.
Oh, I
She was the other one.
I used to have a higher thought of her.
But go ahead, sir.
So there was a report and many police calls this past week
Okay.
in the Valley. Johnny Knoxville had to make a statement that said, "Hey, we're filming the last Jackass movie. The explosion was us." So there was an explosion so large.
I don't know that he needed the second part of that sentence.
But
We're filming the last. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what that was.
But the gist being is that a number of residents were alarmed, called authorities over an explosion, smoke in the air. It turns out it was for them.
We have casting for the next season of The Last of Us.
Oh, really?
A Lee Jun Lee will be joining season 3 as Miriam.
Okay.
I don't have a lot
I'm trying to find that other movie still, to be honest. Oh, Chasers.
Chasers. That's the one.
Chasers with Tom Berenger.
Tom Berenger. Mhm.
Yeah,
the one.
and the other guy that just disappeared after a while, William McNamara.
And if you can believe this show's been on this long, season 22 of Deadliest Catch starts May 8th. And they will be, apparently they've lost a cast member in the last year, so they'll be paying tribute to him. In the new
Which
season.
they have done consistently, which flies in the face of, I guess it's not really up to its title if they're at 22 seasons, but if you go through, there have been multiple seasons where they have, not that they have had to pay tribute, but they have chosen to pay tribute numerous times because it is a dangerous job. Do you think you could do it?
No, not at all.
My sick, twisted
That
thing is I
whole,
think I could.
that like ice road truckers thing.
Nope, that I'm not
hard
in.
pass.
No, but for a fishing vessel, I think I can handle.
If Liam Neeson's can barely do it twice,
Liam Neeson's.
that's all I'm saying.
Well, it was 2 movies. So.
I had the soundtrack to the first one.
I
found it at like a movie trading company. I was like,
I am
you know,
not the least bit
it's got
surprised.
some good stuff on it. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're like, hey, by the way, I also have the soundtrack to Hail Caesar.
Another not yet. Another
Skits.
album that dropped last week
Mhm.
that I'm on the lookout for. You know, it's the 40th anniversary of To Hell with the Devil,
Really?
and there is a tribute album by other metal bands that was released for the 40th anniversary.
I literally felt my back seize up just a little bit. So please,
I have it on vinyl.
right, but the background of what you're referring to that released, who might be featured on the tribute album.
I don't remember exactly who's on it. I just saw an advertisement for it, but Stripers To Hell with the Devil,
Oh, nice.
one of the most influential Christian albums ever, because honestly was the single.
And honestly, we also know one of Chris Jericho's favorite bands.
Yep. Except, see, but here's my thing with that. If you go back to, I believe it was they did I Love the 80s on VH1,
Mm-hmm.
he was making fun of them just like everybody else was.
Yeah, but that's because he's friends with them. There's a difference.
This was before that.
Yeah, but no, he's
Just
been
saying.
friends with them
I'm
forever.
just saying.
Yeah.
NBC, Peacock, Universal no longer developing the Clueless sequel series with Alicia Silverstone.
Really?
Off the table.
Do they have why? Or is it just basically, we'll find out in 5 years?
It's the second time in the last month a piece of our developmental years has been taken off the table because we lost the Buffy reboot a few weeks ago.
That one made me sadder.
Netflix is developing a series based on, and this has been done before,
Okay.
The Nanny Diaries, the series of books. Netflix is going to be doing a series of it with
Is that
Scarlett,
anything-
with Scarlett Johansson
I'm not familiar with the Nanny Diaries. I know the Babysitter's Club, but
and
I'm
Greg
guessing a more adult
Berlanti's
version.
Greg Berlanti's
Okay.
involved, so it's not going to be terrible.
Well, you think about who you have involved.
Yeah.
And it's worth a shot.
And I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but some very tough news in your world, in the world of television, from Prime Video. They have canceled Gen V after 2 seasons.
Well, we talked about that on the show. It's not a cancellation.
Okay, I mean the word I saw was canceled.
Well, no, but that is the term that they use. But as we kind of alluded to the last time we were talking about it, when I did finish that, clear done. Because this is the last season of The Boys as well. So they're not really mini spoiler. There's no way they would continue Gen V anyways, because The Boys is coming to an end and it is merging essentially for this final season. So there's going to be crossover where the Gen V cast, or at least the ones they're going to use, will wind up in The Boys for its conclusion.
The only thing on TV, on DVD, and Blu-ray this week is Sanctuary: A Witch's Tale Season 2.
There's a lot in that.
I want to remind you that we're 20 days away from the Eric Nadel charity show. I don't have any of my copies, so I'm just right off the top of my head. This will be at the Longhorn Ballroom May the 14th. We will be there with YDC. You'll be on the carpet. I'll be holding down home base with Reiner.
Yep.
This is a charity concert. You can go to YDC, go to our community tab. You can get more information on that. It benefits the Grant Halliburton Foundation.
Yep. Great
organization. Eric Nadel, voice of the Rangers. Let's be real. We worked this last year, had a fantastic time. We want everybody to come out. We want to sell this place out. We've got bands from both coasts because it's always two of his favorite bands, and his tastes are kind of off the beaten path, which
I love that he does that. It's like who do you want to play? And he just goes.
I need to know if he looked into mummies because I talked about it with him last time.
Yes, we did. I believe I was yelling so loud I was told to calm down.
So we'll be there. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. We'll be there a little bit earlier than that as people get in. Make sure you come out. Excuse me.
Easy.
Meant not to do that. My first.
You'll be at the table. We're going to have everybody involved. A lot of a who's who of the Dallas area. So it's definitely look into granthalliburton.org. And I cannot stress enough how great of an organization that is.
And we'll be there 20 days away. Movies and stuff we watched this week. I've watched 4 movies this week.
I have watched a couple, but I only have one of note.
Yeah, we'll talk about one of them in new releases. Another one we can't talk about yet. The third one I can't talk about yet. The fourth one I can because it's showing tonight.
Yeah.
So I did see Do Us Part. We talked about it earlier.
Oops, sorry.
I'll be hosting that Q&A. That movie's about an hour and a half long. Starts at 7:30. So we'll be firing that up at about 9 o'clock. We'll go 30 minutes or so.
Excellent.
So I'm looking forward to talking to the writer, director, producer, caterer, best boy grip. I mean, the guy does everything. The guy does everything. Reed Arnold's going to be here with us.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. Trailer talk. Watched a lot of trailers this week.
I watched Thrash.
What'd you think?
It is. Let me put it in a different context because there's one thing where you can say something's good, something's bad. I'm going to answer this specifically because we referred to it earlier. How did this get made is going to have a field day.
Oh, geez.
Because it is so bad. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
It's one of those where the biggest thing I have coming out of that is Jaimin Hansu needs better representation because that dude's just doing everything now. He has.
Hey, work is work, bro.
He has hit the Nicolas Cage level of does the script have words? Cool, I'll do it.
Hey, work is work. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not hating on it. I would kill for the career, but I'm not a handsome guy that can act. I can only do the latter.
I'm not a handsome guy I'm not a handsome guy at any level. I need to look up this.
I disagree, sir. I think you're a very handsome man.
Oh, there we go. First movie I do these in alphabetical order for trailer talk. The first movie I saw trailer for was called The Dog Stars.
That did look interesting.
Jacob Elordi, Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin. In a post-apocalyptic world, a virus wipes out humanity. Survivors face roaming scavengers called Reapers. I thought that wasn't. Did they steal that from Serenity? Protagonist Hig, a pilot, survived the flu but lost his wife. This is Ridley Scott.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing to this one, and I apologize, this is going to be a little bit of a different thread. The movie reminds me a little bit of DayZ, the video game, where you're dealing with infected, but similar to The Walking Dead taught us, the people are a bigger concern. But the difference is this looks a lot more like search and rescue, survival. In fact, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if there is a trivia note on this that said, inspired by Harrison Ford's search efforts.
The end of Oak Street. Have you seen this trailer?
I have not seen that one.
So this is, and I don't want to. There's some. Hey, there's Reed right there. We're gonna actually before we get into that, Reed's gonna come sit down. Come on in, sir.
Yep. Feel free.
Come on in.
Oh yeah.
I know who you are because you and I are going to be spending a little time together here in about 3 hours.
Okay.
Because this is Reed Arnold.
Hello.
We were just saying director, actor, producer, caterer, best boy, grip, man of all trades, of I'm going to screw this up, of Do Us Part. I will be hosting your Q&A after the film, assuming, which is great because now I get to talk to you because I like to talk to my subjects beforehand.
Get a little meat. Yeah.
Welcome to the USA Film Festival,
Honored
sir.
to be here. Yeah, thank you.
I watched the movie the other night, so I am prepared.
Okay, good. I hope you laughed.
I really did.
Good.
You coined the phrase "pulling a Taylor Swift."
Yes.
So, how are you feeling right now? Because this is, I mean, is this the first time you've watched it publicly?
No.
Okay.
This is probably our 9th or 10th festival.
Okay, good.
And I try to attend as many as I can. So I'm having said that every time about an hour before I get the butterflies. And I get a little nervous,
but they say when that stops, you got to find something else.
Yeah,
to do.
true.
You know,
right.
What I love about this film, the dialogue. There's no lull. Like, this is not a movie that you can just put on and like read the paper. Like, you have to stay with this movie because it's a premise that on the surface you can go, okay, but you get to do some cool stuff with this premise.
Thank you.
You get to throw some curveballs in, which there's a couple of points that I went, oh, you know, excuse me.
Yeah.
But this is, you are the best friend / maid of honor. Yeah, the other side. The best man. I've been married too long. I don't have to worry about these things.
It's all the same.
But the flashback sequences take place at the University of Virginia.
Correct.
Where you went.
Correct.
I think I need to leave now.
Why so?
No, I'm kidding,
are you tech? Or are you?
No. I was at Lynchburg for a little while.
Okay.
He's also
in fact, I have a very fond memory of being in Charlottesville, so I'll leave it at that.
It's a great place.
It really is.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting tangential.
Yeah.
Now you're in Oklahoma City now.
Correct.
Was Virginia chosen on purpose because that's where your experience came from, or because we're going to talk about this in the Q&A too, because I really want to go into that.
I mean, yeah, fair question. And the truth is, 3 weeks before we started rolling camera, I did not know what state we would be in.
Oh, wow.
I put this film together really quickly, and I needed a college and a wedding venue, right? Those are the two major. It's a contained piece.
That does scream Virginia.
Yeah,
The thing that you've got two places in this and saying it's a contained, it's necessary for this story.
Yeah,
because it also plays on the nobody can get away, from this situation that happens.
I have to say that, correct. Right. And so I was looking at wedding venues in a few different states. I was hoping Virginia would work out because I did go there, and I know it well. And a friend of mine actually had gotten married on the premise where we shot all the wedding stuff, and so I asked him.
Beautiful venue.
Oh, right, and really, they're an artist friendly, like artists come and stay there in residency. And so I was like, is there any way they would let us shoot a film there? And they put us in touch with him, and fortunately they had like the 2 weeks open that we had the 2 weeks to shoot. And so
excellent.
We slept in their cottages and shot. We slept on the sets and shot in the cottages that we were staying in, and
very cool.
It really was fortunate that it worked out. But that's how
almost divine intervention.
Almost divine intervention. Yeah.
I'm sure my computer's running slow.
Yeah, no
well, I want to clarify while he's doing that. He's not doing this for show. He has been raving about this since before that camera turned on.
That's okay.
No, we talked about it in pre-show. It's one of those.
It's just so often that people are thinking like, oh, it's just schmoz. This is not what.
Well, you're not going to get a filmmaker and be like, hey, your film kind of blew. So.
Yeah, but I'm serious. He's been raving about this since I got here.
Now, not to say that I have not worn tap dance shoes on this show before, because I have, but genuinely, like I said, I also noticed in the end credits that it's based on a play.
Yes.
Where did you find the play? Because
it's my play.
So you wrote the play, and I wanted to talk about that specifically because it definitely has that stage production feel, but you were able to translate that into a narrative medium, which is not an easy thing to do.
I appreciate that, and the play we staged in 2015 with the same actors. It was the three of us. And it's 5 long scenes: wedding, college, wedding, college, wedding. And that structure works great for a play, and it does not work for a movie. And so when I was translating it to a screenplay, or translating, whatever the word is, adapting it to a screenplay 4 or 5 years later, kind of one of the big challenges was, okay, how do I restructure this? The main storyline I wasn't going to change, but I realized I could add a few characters because it was originally just the 3. So I sprinkled in a little more there to open up the world.
Which really helps in the chase scene.
Yes, right. Well,
I could watch that on a loop because I was like, is somebody going to Kevin Bacon this at some point? Because
my actors would. They did not love shooting the chase scene.
Well, because they're running. It's not a car chase. They're running the whole time.
It was 3 afternoons.
Oh.
And the poor women are running in heels, and they're
What time of year?
Autumn.
Okay,
Autumn.
that's not as bad, but that's still hot.
Yeah, it was not chilly. It
was
wasn't
not
boiling.
brisk.
Right. So that I'm glad it turned out okay. But yeah, that was a challenging first 3 days. That was the first 3 days of shooting.
Oh wow!
So
well, get it done, get it out of the way.
Exactly.
Was it like we'll reshoot if somebody quits? We'll just do the worst stuff up front.
And I'll tell you who really, actually made me stop and focus on the performance. She's in it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's Laura Elizabeth. Is it Delhauer?
Laura Delhauer.
Because I don't want to give anything away because I want people to see this film.
Yep.
But that one scene she has and the way the reveal happens when somebody else realizes that she knows who she's talking to, I was like,
thank you for liking that scene. I think it's my favorite scene in the movie. It was not in the original play. It was just, and so, but I realized that I could include this, and I liked that way of including it. I'm speaking very vague to avoid spoilers. But Laura Delhauer is a friend of mine. Again, I put this together in 6 weeks, and so I was thinking about who I could cast in these roles. Fortunately, the people who did the play could come back. That was step one. Can they do it? Because I need people who can work fast and know the roles. And fortunately, they could. So that was great. But then I was like, who am I going to put in this role? And I'll just say my wife would have done that role, who's also named Laura.
That was going to be my first thought because I had to look. I'm like, is that his wife?
She's also named Laura, but she was 7 months pregnant. And that really changes the movie.
A little bit.
And so, but the character was inspired by her, and so I called Laura Delhauer and said, I know a lot of actors. I trust maybe 2 to do this role, and one of them is pregnant. And so it has to be you. And so
belated congratulations.
I have 2 children. I've had 2. She's had 2 children since this movie was
filmed.
Wow.
As long as her first reaction was, so I win by default?
Oh no, she's a
honey, I wanted you, but
yeah, everyone understood.
And,
but
now
she's
and
great.
And,
she's so
and plus,
awesome.
I don't think this is a spoiler, but the fact that you hold her so long, was there any thought process of did you want to bring her in earlier, or was it no, we have to keep everybody in that place until it's time or did you feel like that character might weigh things down based on what else was going on?
All of those, I had the play. I liked the play. And when I was opening it up, I thought I can include more characters. I can include this character. At this point, people are probably guessing, but I'm still not going to say it.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, you can guess.
Use your brain.
See the movie. See if you're
absolutely see the movie. See what your Spielberg's Bruce was, and that way you can figure out exactly where.
Right. And so I knew I could include this character, but my first instinct was no, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But then my second instinct was, well, wait, if it's at the end and if it's with an interaction only with this other character, there's something about that I really like. Something about that dynamic of the secure versus the insecure and the poised versus the kind of chaotic. And so once I had the realization, that's a cool scene.
And if it's not there, I feel like I would be no, I want that there. I need that closure.
Yeah, right.
And it's the way it unfolds. I mean, I loved everything about this film. I truly did.
Thank you.
I'm glad I got to watch it before today because I knew there was a possibility. Number one, I had to watch it because I needed to do my research before we talk tonight.
Sure.
But 2, that way I wanted to be able to talk intelligently, knowing you were going to be on the red carpet about it.
Yeah.
Because this feels like a passion project. You wrote the play. You did everything but transportation on the set. And the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh,
thank you. I'll tell both the musician, the 3 brothers who did all the instrumental work. They're great. Okay. The Tacketts. And then I found some local, or not local, but some smaller musicians who contributed music. There's a song in there from my college years that I love. And then Josh Ritter, I don't know if you know the name, but his song plays during the there's a big montage towards the end of the movie. And Josh Ritter is my favorite artist of all time. And so he was the first, I contacted him. I was like, please let me use, I have no money. Please let me use this in the movie. And they didn't give it for no money, but I'm sure they gave it for a pretty good discount. So,
Well, if there's any justice in this world, you'll more than make it back, my friend.
well, I appreciate it. I don't know if there's justice in this world or not. It's a tough world.
One thing we say on this
That is
show, one thing we say on this show for a very long time is we're putting it out there to the universe.
Yes.
Yeah, sure,
We're making sure the universe,
Good and bad. We
Right.
tend to put things into the universe and it happens.
Sure.
one of my favorite things to ask artists, especially in this medium, what kind of projects or films or actors or directors, who inspires you?
I wish I had a really good.
Is there one that
Answer
you
this
saw and
question.
said, I want to do that because of that?
I've said this before about this project. The thing I wanted to get when I wrote this project was something that felt like the television show Friends.
Okay.
I drank that show for years. I love the banter. I love the heart with the humor, and so I really wanted to get something that felt like that. I realized also I got a little How I Met Your Mother in there too.
Okay. Yeah.
But these funny, heartfelt, bantery sitcoms were something I really drank a lot when I was growing up, and I intentionally sat down to get that style because that's what I always wanted to act in. I think his name's Dan Fogelman. God, is that the
Yeah.
right? He's a screenplay writer who did Crazy Stupid Love and This Is Us. I love his stuff. I think Crazy Stupid Love is something I took a lot of inspiration from for this as well. And there are many others, but those are the ones that most top of mind for this particular project.
If I may, is it kind of like how those shows are set up, or even the film with Crazy Stupid, how it almost engages the audience as you're part of it? Is that one of the things that drew you into this, as being part of the group of people? Or
I think there's something to that idea. I never quite rationalized that, but I think there's something to that you really do feel this bond with the character. It's like parasocial bond.
I will fully disclose, I did write a paper on this.
Oh, did you? Interesting.
About the idea.
Right.
It'll come back.
Okay, about audience ownership and then you becoming part of it.
Yeah.
Increasing the brand appeal.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I took that into a very unsexy place, but I found that to be a fascinating part of psychology. So
Yeah.
I was curious if there was a parallel for you.
I hadn't thought of that, but I think there's something to the idea.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Where's the film going from here?
Well, this is, as of now, our last festival.
Okay.
So this very likely is the end of the run. We'll see. I have a few more I'm waiting to hear back from, but it's always a knife fight. I'm talking to a distributor. We're almost buttoned up.
Nice.
So hopefully it'll be available on streaming late summer, early autumn.
Are you allowed to say anything about where, or is it still in negotiations?
It's still all negotiations. I don't want to
we
prognosticate.
we're respecting.
The not fun part of it.
Yeah.
Right. I hope we do a little theatrical run, maybe. That might be a fool's errand. I don't know. This whole world is upside down, and movie theaters are tough. I don't know.
Well, I feel
We're
like
an indie
this
film with no
this
cast.
this could be a good a college campus theater run for you too,
yeah,
because it's college friends and
Right.
and how things
Change.
go awry afterwards,
Right.
and
Right.
that to me is a very important piece of this film,
Very much.
because you think you're going to be friends forever. These are the people I'm
And
going to
you're
be
not.
with.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and we both went to schools in a different state,
Right.
so knowing where we are now
Right.
and versus then, obviously, I mean, how long did the play run? Because the chemistry here is so solid,
Thank you.
but it's because you guys had part of it
Done the-
because how long did the play run when you ran it?
We ran did a 2-week initial run, then extended to 8. And I if I was smart, I would have kept trying to run it, But at that point, I was like, okay, time to move on to the next project. And
So what was the
Sometimes
time?
that's the thing.
What was
Yeah.
the time between the time that the run ended and you decided filming?
oh, that was 8 years.
Just like the characters are 8 years out of
right,
college.
Yeah.
See, I
That's
told you,
convenient.
I watched the film.
Right.
Yeah, I did my
Right.
research.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So was it like getting back on a bike for them? Did they fall right back into it?
Amazing. Yeah. And I think they would say this as well. I think they came back better. And I hope I came back better too, but I know they came back better. I think the play, something about their chemistry just popped more once they came back a little bit older, a little bit wiser. And because when we put it on, when we were staging it, we were 27. So we were kind of too old for a little bit too old for the college, a little too young for the wedding, right? And then we came back and refilmed it again. Now we're old enough for both of them by far. But I think something about those few years of experience and further growth, I think it did benefit everybody. And having said that, they did step right back into it. You know, we did a Zoom read a week before just to get the lines back,
Okay.
and did minimum rehearsal on set 'cause we didn't have much time. But yeah, it really was, and it was so fun. Doing this play with them, doing this film with them, it's one of the joys of my life.
Awesome.
They're dear friends. They're wonderful actors, I think. Hopefully,
No, everybody did a
people
fabulous.
think, right? Like,
Well, and the fact that you got everybody back,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that to me is the coolest part
Yeah.
because it means that you have enough faith in each other to pull this off.
right.
1, 2, you don't have to worry about chemistry because you know it's
'Cause we know
already
it works.
there.
Right. Yep. And that was, you know, I would have done it if they couldn't have done it, but I was really hoping that they were going to be the ones to come back. So
How many times have they been able to see it?
um,
Because I always want to ask about how the cast feels when they see it, when they
On
see that
screen.
final project.
Yeah.
Like when I saw the file and it said final cut, I was like, the feeling of just seeing that on your screen
Yeah, it
as
feels
a
good.
director,
Yeah.
it's like, yes,
Yeah.
there's the finish line.
Final cut V2.3.
Yeah.
it would, right.
Yeah.
I'm now having to swap off songs, so we're going to get a final cut.
The really final this time.
director's cut.
Truly final. Kelly has seen it quite a few times. She's been able to come to several of these festivals. Travis has seen it on a big screen. Oh gosh, it might only be the one festival he was able to attend. I can't quite recall. Travis is always finickier. He's always a stickler about mostly about himself, but he's always a little harsher about things, a little more subdued.
Well, I'm an egotist,
Kelly
so I
loves
understand.
it. Kelly loves it. She's a little positive ray of sunshine. And I've seen it 400,000 times. So,
And does it ever get old?
yes,
Yeah.
it does. It's helped. As this has gone on, I've had more space in between, and it's only been at festivals. And watching with a crowd helps immensely. But there was a time there where I was, you know,
Like I'm
eyeballs
gonna
bleeding.
go have a beer and I'm gonna come back in about 93 minutes.
just more or less. But that's joy filmmaking.
One side note, apologies.
No worries.
What's next?
Good question. I just finished a screenplay commission. It's my first WGA project, so
Nice.
it's kicking around now, trying to find, I believe, a director. That's out of my hands, but
I was gonna say, you
hopefully
know
it gets
one.
made.
You are one.
No, this is a $25 million
Oh, okay.
picture. This is the kind. They're not going to trust me.
It's like I own a mirror.
this crew-
Not that expensive.
This crew was the 3 actors and 4 other people. This was a micro crew putting this together.
But I'm counting it. It's on IMDb.
I was going to say,
I'm counting
is there a
Yeah,
director
right.
credit?
Yes.
The
Yes,
answer
there a
is
director
yes.
credit. Yes, yeah. And I always hear it's easier with more people. So, so I have that's kicking around. I have a few other screenplays my manager's trying to sell, and
Okay.
now I'm kind of back. I don't have this project working anymore. I'm revisiting old scripts and trying to figure out which one I want to take a crack at, which one was cooking. And so we'll see.
Are there
what
any
happens
other
next.
films or projects on the horizon that you're looking forward to just going into as a fan?
I haven't seen Project Hail Mary yet. But I love the book and the movie looks amazing. I know.
Have you seen the
I-
YouTube video of Lord and Miller showing you the difference between each format they've released it in? It's really cool, and they go to ScreenX, they go to IMAX, they go to all the things, and they tell you the differences and the aspect
fascinating.
ratios. Yeah, it's a really cool video,
Well,
and we've actually had them on the show years
really?
ago.
Oh, cool.
Please tell him the story, please.
So-
it's my favorite story.
So, first of all, right in the middle of it, John Landis just shows up like Bill Murray,
Right.
which was nutso. They were both maybe not sober. Apparently, they're huge karaoke fans,
Okay.
and there was karaoke in the room that
Right.
night.
Right.
And they love to sing "Islands in the Stream" death metal style.
Okay.
Hold on. Should I turn the volume
No,
down?
no,
That's
no,
the
because
game.
I'm not. I will trash my voice if I do it.
That's all.
But it's full on screamo "Islands in the Stream."
Yep.
Very, very long story. Very, very short. At the end of the night, some random person comes up and told me I missed it. I'm like, missed it? I have it recorded. my
Yeah.
friend." Because he's saying it right into my microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were a lot of fun. But yeah, Project Hail Mary is fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else you're looking at?
Yeah. The brief review on that one. The medium changes entirely from the book and lands just
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Cool. That's what I hear. I'm really excited about it.
All the internal dialogue becomes massively visual.
Right.
That's
right.
great.
Right.
Sorry, I'm excited.
No, that's again, that's top of my list. Other things, I have 2 babies at home, so I'm trying to think about when I can get to the theater. Coyote versus Acme.
That trailer.
I think that might be the first movie I take my 2-year-old daughter to. So I'm excited about that one.
Somewhere
and I hope
I
it just
have
blows up because
somewhere in my house, when it first the Coyote versus Acme when it was first a thing.
Yeah.
In the late 90s.
Right.
I actually have a printout somewhere in my house that I printed it when it first hit the web because it was so hilarious.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, it comes from in the early days of the internet. A lawyer actually went and drew the papers and published it online.
I did not know this.
That is where the whole movie comes from.
Fascinating. Okay.
And I mean, and it's a full-on legal document.
It is an absolute suit.
Oh,
and it is called Coyote versus Acme. And for years and years and years, people were kicking it around. You have to make this into a movie because this is brilliant.
Right.
And that's finally coming out in August. The new trailer is...
The trailer's fantastic.
Oh, so
I'm
good.
very excited about it. So I'm hoping that I can take my daughter to that one. You're going to have to even tell me what other... I'm a Superman geek. And so I'll probably see Supergirl.
Supergirl looks good.
So that's on the list.
I am so jazzed about Masters of the Universe right now.
Which one is that one?
The He-Man, the new He-Man.
Oh,
movie.
yeah. Right.
This is because I survived the one in the 80s with Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
This looks like they got it right. Mortal Kombat comes out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that one looks fun.
We're both huge fans there.
Okay, yep.
There's a couple of films that I've seen this week that I can't talk about yet because we're still under embargo for.
Right.
One is going to be there's a poster for it right around the corner.
Okay,
it's a 3-word title.
Okay.
Take a look at it. It's going to be a sleeper.
Okay.
Also based on a play.
Interesting.
Directed by the person that wrote the play as well.
I should know what this is by now.
The first and third word are the same word.
Yeah.
It is very intense, but it is very well done.
I believe the first and third word is, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And also there's a new movie coming out. It's a live action adaptation of a German book that you'll take your kids to. It's about farm animals that maybe know things about murder mysteries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one looks fun.
That
one. It does look a lot of fun.
That does look like a good.
I'm a huge. Movie, I grew up on stuff like Encyclopedia Brown, and
yes,
Hardy Boys. And this, it's an Agatha Christie kind of a book, but it's based on a German book that's a kid's book.
Right.
It gets a little tense in a couple of places, but it's really well done. I very much enjoyed that.
I'll tuck that away for Starling, my daughter.
And that's 3 weeks from that one.
Great.
I don't know that we're on full embargo on that because they're doing another screening on next Saturday.
Yeah.
But it's really well done. Cool. I very much enjoyed it.
Cool.
Do you have a genre that you gravitate towards?
I love, the rom-com, again, the Friends rom-com banter. That always feels most at home to me. But the script that I just finished is it's rom-commy, but it's more an action comedy.
Okay, I'm here for it.
The other script is a World War II epic, so that's a totally different genre. But the one if you had to pin me down and say you have to write something good next week, I'd be like, well, I'll write a rom-com. That's what I feel most at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and you get. I am a man of a certain age, and so we come from a time where that Say Anything is one of my favorite films of all time.
Sure.
Greatest closing line to me ever.
Yeah, I mean, when he says, "I gave her my heart, she gave me a pen."
Yeah.
See, I like the inherent of you just know whenever that ding happens, everything's going to be all right. So you have to wait for the ding. Once everything dings, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
See,
I just really wish I hadn't done the research because somebody asked both of them what they think happened to those two characters after the movie.
It's bad.
That's heart wrenching.
It is okay.
I will look that up.
It is so heart wrenching.
Actually, it's so obscene. It's so what you wouldn't want to happen that it's almost worth the train wreck.
So let's talk about the screening tonight because it starts in under 45 minutes.
Yeah. Gosh.
Do you have a standard intro that you do for the film, or do you just kind of feel the room out?
I very often don't do an intro. I usually just let the film start.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to do one here tonight or not.
We'll still be on the air. I think we're just getting off the air by the time. So,
if it is, it's something. Just thanks for being here. I mean, I often say that showing my movie in front of an audience is literally a dream come true. So thank you for making that happen because that's the truth. I'm so jazzed to be doing it for the first time. And then I said, please enjoy the film. if it's like a private conversation out here, I sometimes apologize for the things I say in the movie ahead of time.
You earned that R in the first 10 minutes. Let's just say it. Put it out there right now.
There's a line in the first 5 where I'm cringing. Just like, oh, did I really say that? And
I can't wait to see what this is.
His character
really
arc,
nice.
yeah.
Right? Like that's how I see.
His character arc in this is fantastic.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of a cad, and my parents, God bless them.
Oh my God!
So I put this play up in 2015, and they flew out to see it.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them then, but I didn't know this at the time. They were coming with 2 things in mind. One, they were going to tell me that is 2.5 years in. I'd made a crack at it. It wasn't happening. Time to pack it up. Right? Like,
hey, we're in season 16 and we're still doing this. So
that was one thing they were going to tell me. The other thing is I told them it was a comedy, and they had told each other, so like, I don't think Rita's funny.
oh my God.
Well, when you see the plot, when you see the humor, it's kind of like, well, that's not the kind of joke you usually make in front of mom and dad.
Don't worry, I can make you feel better in a minute.
Oh,
I'm going to tell them that.
You haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying.
Once they saw it in a full theater and everyone was laughing, and it was very blue humor, but it done well, I think. They both thought I was funny, and then they didn't tell me this, but they said to each other afterwards, apparently, like, he's got to keep trying. Like he's got something here. And
okay, that's good.
People clearly loved it, and he's good. And I'm so grateful for that, because it's hard to do it with parental support. I can't imagine doing it without parental support, right? Like,
I know what it's like when they hand you a job application.
My uncle once said that when my cousin turned 18, he was giving him a backpack and a map. So
figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm just, this story means a lot to me for many reasons, but that's one of them, is that it convinced them that, and I, when I told you I did this in 6 weeks, I'd had the script for years. I don't know how long you want me to talk, but
we'll go until they tell us otherwise.
I had the script for years, and so I had the play 2019. I brought some Broadway actors in. We put a reading up to get theater productions interested. I had a group who was talking to me. They were interested in putting up in North Carolina to do an off-Broadway run, and they were the first ones who were like, can we do this as a movie? Yeah, let's do this as a movie. So I adapted to a screenplay. COVID hit, killed everything. But I had the screenplay now, so I sent it to my manager sent it to some producers. We got some things working. They were going to make it. Strikes happened, killed it. Yeah. And so finally it's 2023, and I'm like, I love this movie. I want it to exist. I have $25,000 in savings, and I went to my dad and I said, if I have 50, if I think I can get it, I can get the footage shot for 50. And my parents, they liked the film. They said, we'll give you 25 to do this.
Wow.
And when I left Virginia, I had $700 left.
Whew.
And so we were right on the money.
That's crossing the finish line, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Right. And so, they just, their support means everything. And I wouldn't be here if they hadn't ponied up to the table there. And I'm very fortunate that I had such a family who would do that. But again, the story
that gives me a very warm feeling. I love that happened, because we've talked about this, and you think about it, it's like you've just covered like 6 different items where it's like one thing fell and it doesn't happen. That's cool. That I mean, and I'm not trying to sound almost dismissive on it, but it's like it was meant to be.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I hope so. It feels like it. There's a lot of lucky things in a row that made it possible.
Well, getting back to the Virginia of it all,
there
are 3 or 4 scenes that take place
on campus.
So you did get to film on campus, or no?
Get to is
okay.
Get to is loose.
So this is where
fun.
This is where my favorite word in the English language comes into place.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yes. That is a very saving word.
There were only 7 of us. So we're small. We're not blocking off walkways. We're doing it in between classes, more or less. We look young enough to like maybe be students.
You're like 21 Jump Street.
And if I remember UVA well enough, those guards aren't catching you.
Yeah, it's a friendly place, But I mean, this is one of those things where it's actually, I think there's something to a low budget movie that's easier than a medium budget movie. Doing this with a medium budget movie would be virtually impossible. You have to do it with a low budget movie where you can do this kind of thing, because what the hell else are you going to do? And so we did shoot on campus. And I'm very glad that those scenes are in it, because I think it's a pretty campus.
Well, and
that it is. It really is.
I mean, it really, those parts of it, when you look at college life, like when they're in the bar, or one of the bigger reveal scenes in the 3rd act, that takes place at the apartment.
Yeah.
I thought you really encapsulated that well.
Thank you.
Even though,
Thank
you know, I've been out of college probably a lot longer than you have. But it's that one of the things I really, really loved was the talk of I don't want to graduate.
Yeah. And that was very much me, right? This is very much a coming of age story in many ways. And that was part of, along with the romantic turmoil that you go through in your early 20s, was just this
Tell
like,
it, brother.
man, I loved college. I had a great group of friends, and now I'm on the other side of the country and I'm alone. And I really hated. I had kind of a panic attack when I drove away. Just truly.
You're like, yeah, what now? Like,
I
I've been
stood-
doing this. I've been doing this for 2 decades, being in class, and now there's no class. Now
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you should have went to Lynchburg College. That was the easiest damn place to leave ever.
Just buses being thrown.
I'm just thrown.
It is. I mean, it. Yeah. Again, it is a privilege to have loved college as
That's
much as I
true.
did, no doubt. But I hated to leave, and so when I was writing this, it was like, well, Rose got all of that, right? Like, she's the one who doesn't want it to change. And there's a monologue I gave her, that snow monologue, which you know that was based on a pretty true snowstorm, and I gave that to Kelly, and every time she's done it on stage in rehearsal in the film, it's just like every time. She knew it immediately. I remember the three of us like cried. This is such an actor thing to say.
But no,
like we cried when she did it, and she was the one. She brought it up. She was like,
it's a gut punch. It really is.
And she got it. This monologue doesn't say I don't want things to change, but she, afterwards was crying, and she just lost her father, which is a whole other element to this story. And she was like, you don't want things to change. And anyway, God bless her. She's a great performer. She can do comedy, physical comedy, and heart-wrenching drama. On a turn,
she does in this film, because
right.
she has to, when you're shooting the flashbacks and then you're shooting the present footage,
right?
She has to know how to flip that coin,
right? Because
who she is in those college flashbacks, although it is an evolution of who she is, they're still almost 2 different people,
for sure. Yeah.
And it's just there's layers to this film.
Yeah.
And I want people to see this film. I truly
so
do.
do I.
Yeah, well, that's why I say we put it out there to the universe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Normally, I don't like being dropped off of the most handsome guy on the panel, but you've been a lot of fun, and I hope all the best things that you dream of happen
you, man.
for
I
you.
appreciate it.
For me, I set the bar low. So, when you're having trouble like writer's block or anything like that, do you have a go-to that helps you get through that?
Man, I wish I had a good answer to that one too. My number one go-to is to work on a different project, right? Just like
reset the brain a little bit.
I almost always have at least 2 scripts that one's usually further along, and but typically it's okay. I got to put this one away for a little bit and just write some scenes for this other one, and that sometimes helps. I go for a lot of walks. I think a lot in the shower. But I have not.
Do you have that like that pad, that legal pad next to the bed? You wake up in the middle of the night, and
I do it on my phone.
Yeah,
I'll just click.
Oh, Mitch Hedberg just missed.
Yeah. But no, I don't have a surefire cure for writer's block.
What do you like to do to get away from it all?
Away from
just when you want to get away from the business for a little while. What kind of hobbies do you have?
Well, I mean, I've never been fortunate enough to be in the business enough to want to get away from.
What was it? Bob Zaney once said, "I'm not in show business, but I can see the fires of show business from where I am."
Yeah, but I mean, my hobbies, I run. I used to play guitar and piano. I don't do that so much anymore. I mean, it's so much. You have 2 babies.
Yeah,
that's kind of my.
That is your
that's
hobby.
My hobby.
Their hobbies are my hobby.
Yeah, right. So I raised my 2 daughters, and
what's my hobby? Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't put that in your sister's mouth. She cannot eat that.
It's that, and you know what? Let's see where this goes.
Right. Yeah. Right. Let's not coddle him too much.
The Jeff Boxer was like, no, let him do it.
Right. So
just a pro tip: my mother started with I know the stove's hot. He gonna learn.
I'm gonna try to do that as much as I can. But
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. As somebody who was eye level to the stove, don't do that.
So parenthood changes everything to some degree, right? So my hobbies are not what they used to be, but that's okay. But yeah, music, exercise. I play a fair amount of video games. I'm kind of a video game nerd. That's a good way to veg out.
Okay. What's your go-to there?
I stopped at like Super Nintendo because after that, too many buttons. I'm old. Unless it's a light gun game or pinball. I'm out.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm out. Love watching them. Can't play them.
Yeah. I got friends. One of my college best friend who we play Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Once a week.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, it's a fun way to
Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Is it?
wonderful.
It looks beautiful.
and I said this in my review because we have reviews on our website,
Yeah, sure.
that I need to see it with somebody that's really well versed,
In the Mario.
because I
yeah.
guarantee you there's so many Easter eggs that I missed.
Right.
That, but the beauty of that film is you don't have to. Like, you can
Yeah.
just enjoy it.
Right.
If you have a rudimentary
Yeah.
Mario Brothers knowledge, you can roll into
Sure,
this.
sure.
And it's making, I think it's over 300 million
It's gonna
now or
make
something.
a truckload of money.
Yeah.
Illumination is beautiful animation. I mean,
Mhm.
and it's
And I get a
Mario,
new
and he's-
Minions movie this
and he's
summer.
fun and charming, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Well, and it's perfect because you have the safety of it being good for children while giving us the nostalgia
Right,
of
we
being
get the
from that
nostalgia
area.
kick, right? Yeah, right.
So it checks both boxes,
Right.
and
Smartly.
Illumination is doing that with everything they have
right.
because there's just enough for the parents while
Right, right,
enticing the children.
And it works.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that movie works on every level.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
I got to see it.
But even Super Smash Brothers, I can watch it all day. It looks amazing. You put me in there, I'm done with a box of rocks.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, which one's the jump button again?
It's a lot.
Because
It's a lot.
again, I love watching these games
Sure.
because it's just like, as Kevin Smith likes to say, I have lived to see this day.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, I've lived to see the day where they got Mortal Kombat right.
That's fun.
You know,
Yeah.
although the first two movies,
Look, there's something charming about that first. I don't remember the second, but that first 94, whatever it was,
95.
95. That's a great B classic.
oh, absolutely,
That's-
Annihilation is not good.
but also
But-
awesome.
But the thing is, like, and I was just talking with some of my friends in the press corps over there. Arrow Video, who is their a boutique label,
Okay.
they're actually remastering both of those,
Cool.
and they're releasing it in
Re-releasing.
June. And I will be pre-ordering it
Yeah.
because there's something in a good 4K remaster
Yep.
Yeah.
that just, like, if you go and watch the Star Wars films on Disney Plus right now, it looks like they filmed them last week.
That
Yeah.
is true.
And it's just like, what witchcraft is this?
Right,
That
right.
it looks this good. And even like what really pops to me is animation.
Yeah.
It's like I've got the Super Mario Brothers movie on 4K, and
Right.
watching that on a 4K player, it just, the video quality. You know,
Matters. Yeah. Yeah.
Your film on my big screen looked great.
Thank you. We can thank Nick Venata and Nick Acosta for that. They were my cinematographer and colorist.
Was that
Excellent.
1080p?
I'm too stupid to know. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was even.
I couldn't tell if it was
I think
4K.
It was 4. We
was-
shot on RELX. It was 4K.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
looked great.
Yeah, it was 4K.
And I've got a pretty,
It might be
decent-
1080p if you watched it on Vimeo because
yeah, it was a Vimeo.
Yeah,
probably
but I
compressed
mean,
it. But,
we shot on an RELX Mini and
Nice.
yeah, we had 4K going.
and I
It was
want to
great.
put things out there for people that have their films on Vimeo. If you're going to release it for people to watch beforehand, and your film did this, put the logo on there so I can put it in my queue, because I don't want to watch it on my laptop. I have a decent TV. I have a decent home theater system.
Right.
I got a bunch of links last year that I couldn't do that. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
because you can't on the app on my Apple TV, you can't pull them up that way because you can't do it by link.
Right. You have to. Yeah.
So put it in there so I can watch it later, and then I can leave my office and I can go to my living room and I can get it in the best possible presentation.
Right.
Because as a filmmaker, you want your film shown in the best possible presentation.
Every time. Yeah.
You know, it's like for a while Netflix was sending DVD screeners, and I'm like, I can watch this on Netflix and it looks better than what
Right.
you. Don't send me a DVD.
Right.
I've had a couple of studios that have sent us Blu-rays, which, you know,
It's better.
Oppenheimer
Appreciate it.
on Blu-ray just,
Kicks butt.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And
Right.
it's like, and that was, I will say it was Universal,
Yeah.
for year-end consideration. And that's what you should be doing.
Right.
Either, you know, send me a link where I can watch it in high definition, at
Right.
least 1080p, if
Right.
nothing else.
Right.
Or send me a Blu-ray or a 4K.
Yep.
Because
get you.
I will watch it.
I
Now,
get
I want to clarify all of this, and he has still been raving about your movie. That's telling you that it's even higher up the
Well,
list.
it's something else I've realized in the last few years.
And I'm worse. I'm just going to clarify. I'm worse than that.
You're a real tech.
I'm
tech
not
guy,
a
yeah.
Oh, I get annoyed.
I'm not a movie critic. I'm not a film critic. I'm a movie reviewer.
Sure.
Mhm.
And when I understood the difference between the two, because I'm not an art for art's sake kind of guy.
Okay.
Like, I took film classes in college, and I was telling the story earlier. I took a class in Florida. They have a thing called the Gordon Rule. It's a long story. You take a bunch of classes you shouldn't have to.
Yep.
But one of my Gordon Rule classes was a film class. It's called Films by Genre, and we watched a different genre film every week. We had to write a paper on that genre.
Okay.
The final we had to do live in the room in the dark, watching The Seventh Seal. And I was just like, you're going to make me sit through Bergman on a Tuesday night writing in the dark about a movie that the only reason I'm glad I saw it because I could make the parallels between it and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Like that's it.
Yeah, but I've heard enough. Yeah, right.
It's always like if you might be a little too young for this one, but the first year that MSC3K did their April marathon,
okay,
then it was always called Death and Taxes.
Okay,
and they would do Death Taxes. Like that's the only thing I can think of. Like so. I'm not an art for art's sake kind of guy. Like, tell me a story. If you're going to make me commit my life, especially as, I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah.
I want that shirt that says, "Don't blame me. I've never been this old."
Yeah.
That's a good shirt.
That one, and I want the coffee mug that says, "Good morning. I see the assassins have failed." Those are the two. But you get to a point where it's like, I want to be entertained.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's something I've really learned on the festival circuit. I had kind of a fear that indie films tended to be only this like highfalutin, nose in the air.
Don't hassle me, man.
Yeah, I'm not like structures for.
I'm
for
too
the
artistic to fit their mold.
And there is some of that, and some of it's fine. Some of it's great, but
art is subjective.
Art is subjective. But I have been very pleasantly surprised at how often indie films are just films. They're just good film. I mean, some of them aren't good, but like that's just a good story. It doesn't have any celebrities in it, but that's a good movie.
Good storytelling.
Can you engage me?
Yeah, good storytelling is good storytelling, no matter who's in it.
Right.
And I like that's why I like places like the Angelika.
Yeah.
Because the Angelika will right now they're showing our hero Balthazar. Like I could probably count the number of theaters in Dallas Fort Worth that are showing that film on one hand with fingers left up.
Right.
Yep.
And we used to have an Angelika up on my side of town, but they closed that one. But this is the OG Angelika in Dallas. We spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
We see a lot of screenings here.
Yeah.
So I think tonight's going to go very well for you.
Oh, I hope so. I mean,
this is
it.
this is the 56th one of these.
It's really awesome. Really awesome history. I'm honored to be a part of it. So
you have more than earned it, my friend.
Thank you.
I mean, you've still got 24 minutes until this thing starts, and they haven't told you you're doing an intro. Like you can stay here as long as you want, because the longer you stay here, the less we have to come up with to talk about.
Oh, so, you know what? Let's just keep talking until we just vaguely hear in the distance. Where's Reed?
Where's the filmmaker?
We just hear the red carpet going. Isn't there supposed to be somebody here?
But this is why I like the way we do things here, because we don't have to be on the red carpet.
Yeah, sure. We just missed Gene Simmons. I don't. You might not have
in
noticed.
A life vest.
Yeah.
In a life vest.
I've been looking over there like that's Gene Simmons.
I actually worked.
I saw the life vest and I was like, that's not right. Oh God, it is.
Yeah.
I actually interviewed another member of that band last month.
Did you really?
Bruce, I was at a
cool.
at a local show. I interviewed Bruce Kulick.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was awesome. It's kind of another thing that I do.
Yeah.
Like this weekend is also Dallas Comic Show, so I'll be up there tomorrow. We're having a bunch of people from Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, awesome! Is Bruce Timm there?
No, these are the voice actors.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be Susan Eisenberg,
Costanzo's there.
Robert Costanzo, who's also Joey's dad on Friends.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Sorry, I got too excited to share that was because of it.
Lauren Lester, who was Robin. Diane Pershing, who was Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And then we were going to have Miss Julie Brown, but she canceled today.
Yeah, tough.
I don't want to talk to her.
R.I.P. the GOAT, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I missed it interviewing him by about that long.
Did you really?
A friend of mine that books these things, she's like, wait, you never got, because I'm a Batman fanatic.
Are you?
My entire guest bathroom is Batman.
Cool.
That is factual.
Because originally it was Rubber Ducks. And it was. I love Rubber Duckies.
It's the Rubber Ducks of justice.
I had a clear toilet seat that had rubber duckies in it. And then my wife was like, we're changing this. I'm like, this is one of the few rooms in the house I have input in.
My wife is like, I have too much taste.
So,
even for the bathroom.
But here's the thing. That Christmas,
I will not lower myself to this.
That Christmas, she buys me a Batman shower curtain. So I looked her dead in the eye and I said, do you understand what you're signing off on? She's like, no, I'm good with it.
It's better than the ducks.
Been that way ever since. But don't think I don't have Batman ducks.
There's no Batman ducks.
Right.
I have a Valentine's Day one.
Yeah.
I have a Christmas one. Yeah. And then the rest of it's now gone back into my studio.
Yeah, right.
But just being able to he enveloped everything that was great. That character.
Yeah, he's great.
His 9/11 story is one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
I don't know, but I'll have to look
he wasn't working. And he had a friend that owned a restaurant in Manhattan. And so he just went and worked in the kitchen with him. And a bunch of first responders were in there. And he had him come out and talk to them.
Cool.
And you look it up. It's a
cool.
gorgeous story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's And so I'm looking forward to that.
He was very kind when I talked to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you got to meet him.
Well, I
He picks
paid
up my
for the
slack.
autograph.
Ah,
I
fair
paid for the autograph.
He
I
picks
got
up
some
my
time,
Fair enough.
but
And
it
that's-
was the Arkham Knight art
Cool.
being released.
Great
so it was
games.
about a
Great
couple.
games.
Yeah, it was a few months before he had passed. So I just got in.
That's awesome.
We have breaking news: September 27th. The Brazil NFL game will be Ravens Cowboys.
Okay, I got money on Baltimore, but
Yeah, in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any sports that you enjoy watching?
You know, I've always, my whole life, I've been bad about following sports. I love watching them in the moment. The Oklahoma City Thunder is doing great, and it's really fun to watch that. But I don't follow anything enough to, like, I know the stats and I know all the players.
Yeah.
That's always been a shortcoming of mine, because
I would call it a shortcoming because everything, but everything's
It's such
but
a
everything's
nice,
not for everybody.
well, I know,
know?
but sports are such a good social lubricant for people, and that's something
True.
I've always felt like I need to.
Well, it's a
bulk up
third
for
of
that
our
reason.
show. I'll put it to you
Is
that
your
way.
sports,
Because we have
comics,
sports, we do sports, we do pop culture, and we do pro wrestling.
or- Okay, cool.
Those are the
Cool.
the breakdowns of our
Gotcha.
show.
Gotcha.
That right there, that's the man right there.
Yeah.
That's Tommy. He's a teacher at a local high school that has a film department.
Oh, awesome.
and
that's
we
great.
actually get to actually I'll be out of town this year, but
I'll be there.
we
Or
usually
I should be
we'll
there.
do the show there, interview the kids.
That's
So
awesome.
they do a film festival where they show a lot of them, and then we get to judge them too,
That's fun.
and give away awards.
Fun.
Yeah, Tommy's good people. Okay,
It looks like I'm getting kicked out.
no, you can stick around.
Oh,
we, got,
okay.
we got an extra
Okay.
chair.
Multitasking.
Okay, cool.
We got all kinds of stuff. We got room. We got 19 more minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead and put that thing on. Tell us. Introduce yourself because the camera's right there.
Okay, fantastic. Hi, my name is Rebecca Louisa Smith. My company is called the Film Festival Doctor, and I'm a film festival strategist.
I have
very
heard her
cool.
name thrown around in circles.
Oh,
Rebecca, we met at Naples. I don't know if you'd remember that, but it's good to see you again.
yes,
Reed
we
Arnold.
did.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
did. Oh my
yes.
God! Yeah, now I sat down and looked to you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was back in October.
There was.
Yeah, that's
Are we
it.
talking Naples, or Naples, Florida?
Naples, Florida.
At the Naples
We're
Film
both
Festival.
from Florida, so
Okay.
that's all.
Oh,
Whenever Florida comes up in conversation, we have to ask.
Right.
yeah.
right.
So-
100%.
Looks like it's starting to die down over there a little bit. How nutso was it over there?
Yeah, I just walked in and I was like, wow, there's a lot of amount of people I've seen. It must be a sold out screening of that film. And obviously having Gene Simmons here is pretty
And-
cool.
and Rennie Harlan.
Absolutely.
And Rennie Harlan,
Who
yes,
directed
that's
it?
pretty a legend. You know, like two of them there. It's like, wow, Gene Simmons looks great.
I don't even think. Well, I don't think we would have been able to see him from here if we tried because the crowd was just so thick full of
Yeah.
people.
It's insane. But I mean, now everyone's gone inside, so now it's
Yeah,
nice to
well, it's.
catch up.
I think it's. Is it
I
starting?
thought it was supposed to start at 7.
I think it was. I think.
It
Yeah, I
got
think that
delayed.
was 7
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah,
Yeah.
It got delayed, yeah.
and it's a solid 2 hours.
Oh wow,
110
two-
minutes.
Oh wow, okay.
It's an action film.
It's a
sharp
proper
and-
film.
Yeah, it's a.
Proper length.
And Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him in the trailer and I went,
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
okay,
I
fair
love
enough.
it. I love
That's
it.
interesting that he's in it.
He's the pilot.
I love it. I think
surprised.
it's awesome when I love when great actors do fun movies like this.
Yeah.
Like, I just think like
That's why I'm
yeah.
surprised.
Well, you think, well, you
But
talk
look-
about Rennie Harlan's last shark movie, Deep Blue Sea.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Especially when you can take a movie and Independence Day was the one that really kind of put this back on the map, where you could just put a bunch of people in a movie and the directors go, "You don't know who we're going to kill."
Yeah.
I
It's
love
like
that.
we've all seen Scream. Drew thought she was going to live too.
I made the mistake of watching the director's cut of that when he put all the footage back in. That
Oh.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean exactly.
Well,
But
see,
it's-
I don't do scary movies much because I have a policy. I live by a code.
Yeah.
I refuse to give somebody my time and or money to try to make me pee on myself.
Yeah.
So I don't do haunted houses. I don't do anything of that sort. That's him and Don. That's their department.
What about something like zombie movies?
It's kind of the same thing.
He is very selective when it comes to something that is more of an experience.
Right.
He doesn't anything that is outright scaring. I'll give you a perfect example. There is a clear defined line that we have had for years.
Mhm.
I am still trying to get him to watch Overlord, and he
No,
won't
You
do
won't
it
do it.
because I don't consider it a horror movie.
Right.
No.
It is a creature feature, but
Right.
it is not a horror movie.
The
Right.
two biggest exceptions, Ready or Not,
Yeah.
which
That's
I
a
haven't
fun
seen the second one, but I love that movie.
It's a fun one. Yeah.
And a movie called You're Next that came out about 10
Oh
years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I know that one.
I remember that, but I don't know if I saw
It was like a home invasion thing that they were
Yeah.
wearing. My wife was with me. The girl that gets killed in the bathroom,
Hmm.
my wife goes, I know that girl, and I'm glad that B died the way she did.
Wow.
God.
I
Was it
Okay.
the actress or was it?
no,
like,
she knew the actress.
Okay, she knew the actress.
I want to clarify that is awkward coming from one of the
She's a
nicest
really
people
sweet
I ever
person.
know.
The lovely
Yeah,
and
that-
talented Mrs. Irvin.
Yeah, like that's
Like,
extreme.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
wow. That really is like
My
eyelash.
wife is so random in that cat. Like, she made me sit through the first Twilight film.
Oh yeah.
Even
Okay.
she was going.
Look, I'm
even
gonna
she was
defend this
going.
for a second. That
But
first-
even my wife was like, "This is not good."
Oh, I will defend that first Twilight film. I
So,
was pleasantly surprised.
I made her
Seeing
watch.
it in high school with my high school sweetheart, thinking it was going to be dreadful. I left thinking like, that was kind of fun.
So
Yeah,
I had.
they really was.
And even she was like, "This is not good." She had read the whole book.
Yeah.
So I make her watch the first Transformers film.
Okay.
That film ends. She's like, "That's one of the 10 best movies I've ever seen." I'm like, "This is not true." My wife has these random tastes of,
Yeah.
"This is fantastic," and I'm like,
I want to clarify. It's almost always positive.
Yeah.
It is almost always positive.
Yeah.
but she doesn't listen to my recommendation. That's the thing. I'm like, "Honey, I
She
think you would like
knows
this
you.
film." But I'm like, I will say, "Honey, I think you would like this film," and she will go, "No, I probably won't."
So is the film that you hate the most The Exorcist?
The Exorcist was the first true horror film I ever watched. I was in
Yeah.
middle school. It was on
Yeah.
Halloween night.
Yeah.
When they released the director's cut, I saw it in a theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing it on TV made it easier to watch it in a theater because I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
But when it's gore for the sake of gore,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
the only time I've ever been almost been sick in a theater was the first Candyman.
Oh,
The
yeah.
scene in the
Okay.
kitchen, I had to
Yeah.
walk out of the
I
theater.
haven't seen
Yeah.
it, but I know. Of it,
It's I don't mind like the Spartacus series when it's like they went over the top with it and
Right.
but they did it's almost self-aware.
Right.
I can deal with that. But
Right.
when there's just there's just so much like documentaries out there right now. They're just like we're giving people a how-to manual on how
Yeah.
to commit crime anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just not my bag.
Yeah.
Make me laugh, make me cry. I'm good with it. But the whole jumping out of my chair,
Yeah.
it's just not my
genre.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not my
Yeah.
thing. But you can make it for $2 million and make 140.
That's
So
the thing. Yeah,
economics
that's
is the thing. The answer to all your questions is money.
I want to circle back, and it was Film Festival Doctor.
Yes.
correct? Okay. When you're involved in that, I'm seeing a lot of really cool branding for Deepwater.
Yeah.
How much are you involved in that?
So my job is to get films into film festivals.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I have a film at this festival which is called
Too late, but
Yeah, no, I'm just
next one.
Dadgummit.
We're a visual medium. I go for the
Right,
joke.
right, right.
Missed it by that
So
much.
you get films into festivals.
Yes, I'm a strategist. So people come to me and say, I want to get my film seen on the festival circuit. Which festivals do I submit to? What do I do?
Okay.
And we help them create the right kind of strategy that contains the festivals that are most suited for the film and its audience. A big common mistake is a lot of people will say, right, I want to get it in Sundance, Cannes, Tribeca. It's like, well, hang on. Is there an audience for your film at those festivals? And that's the big thing. You really think that's the beginning point. If there is an audience, it's not going to work. If there is, then there's a possibility and it's strong enough to do so. So I have a film here that's screening in the shorts block, which is called The Pill Comb. And that was Oscar shortlisted for this year's
wow.
Oscars, which is a fabulous piece of work.
Yes, it is.
But of course, that's a fantasy drama. So again, it's acquired taste. It's not every festival takes that. In Venice, don't really show accessible films. They're inaccessible, which is great, but it's just different market, different audience. So you have to know your audience.
And with the way film festivals are evolving,
Yeah.
because Sundance is moving.
Yes.
You know,
literally.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Like they're relocating the whole
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Slam Dance is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
South by is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
South by it's I sometimes say it's like the Metallica of festivals. It's become everything they despise.
Yeah. That's what-
As someone who does this, how hard is it for you to track those trends? Are you constantly just are you basing it on what is showing over a period of time? I mean, how do you track those trends because you said it's got to have an audience, which you're absolutely right, but how do you track the trend of who that audience is?
So it is keeping on top of things like 24/7 and looking at what they're programming, but also who is managing and who is actually the programmers,
Mhm.
looking at the infrastructure. You get to know more when you go there and get the energy and like, okay, this is how it's feeling now. And what the changes and what the shifts are. When you get new management and new visions, it does change the whole programming. Like, for example, there are some festivals when they began, they were very, very anything goes, but then they're now very Pacific and they're much higher quality of film that they take. So you have to keep tracking each one that matters to festivals and growing and evolving and seeing how they're shifting and changing and giving them product that they want from me. So with The Pearl Comb, it's a film that can be programmed not just in horror festivals but general ones, but knowing if there's an audience for it and the age group. Those things all come into play. And like with South by, they do have the midnight, but then of course with South by, the midnight one needs to be more off the wall now and more edgy than it used to be. So which is great. It's got an audience for it.
When it comes to short films,
Yeah.
that is that a tougher animal to market, because in some cases the blocks that those can wind up in, do you have any input on what kind of blocks those shorts would fall into?
So short films, it depends on the film and how easy it is to program. If it's a film that is a good length for the film and it's accessible story and it's able to like really resonate with a more broader mainstream audience, they'll have more of a chance of getting into, say, general shorts programs. But then I look at films and go, right, that actually could fit in women's categories, genre, social impact. There's a lot of angles some films have. And then some films, it's like they're going to be probably best suited just for women's festivals because it's not really able to appeal because it's not really for a broader audience. So it goes back to the audience is like the backbone of it all. And then I'll know which festivals have certain programs that might fit. So there's a film that I work on now that is completely off the wall, like it's mad. But it's like a midnight movie, and it's like, what the fuck? And there's an audience for it. But certain festivals don't have that and some do. So you have to look at what the After Dark program is and how extreme those After Dark programs go. There are festivals that look for what the fuck films. Like Dead Center, for example, have that program. So it could fit there. And some genre festivals like that kind of thing because they have a Midnight Madness program, and so do Holly Shorts, for example. So again, it's knowing how well the film has been executed and how it can resonate with an audience at those festivals and what the age group is for the audience too.
How far ahead do you tend to look?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, please.
I have 5 minutes.
No, absolutely.
I have a pre-movie ritual. I get a whiskey.
Okay, hey.
Okay.
You're in the right area.
Wow.
I'm gonna get my
Pleasure.
whiskey.
I will talk to you about an hour and a half,
It
my
was lovely
friend.
to meet you both. Rebecca, good to see you again.
You
Watch your
too.
cans.
And I'll give
take
you
them
this.
for you.
Thank you all so much. This was wonderful.
Oh man,
Thank you so
like I said, I'll
much.
talk to you in about 90 minutes. How far ahead do you have to look when are you looking at next year's Sundance now? Have you been, or what's the average time out that you're looking when you're booking, trying to get films to the festivals?
So I always finish when it comes to getting films to festivals, we always submit when it's a fully finished product. So not say when it's in work in progress or the sound's not finished, because that's not going to help. It needs to be a fully finished.
You got to have something to
product.
present.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't really do work in progress unless a festival asks. Some festivals do track films of my clients and they know about them in the beginning. But what I tend to do is I'm looking what the festival are announcing, what they're looking for, what their new programming techniques are, what programming they're stopping, because some festivals, don't carry on doing a certain block because it's not popular. So they know what works and what doesn't work. So I have to keep track of all of that as well in each one. Also, I speak with programmers directly. So I ask, what you're looking for this year. And that gives me a really clear answer what they do and don't want. Some festivals will say, some genre festivals will tell me, we don't want any sci-fi horror because it doesn't work very well unless it's really exceptional and groundbreaking, but that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what they want and what the audience wants. And a lot of the time each year they review and think, well, it didn't really work that program. So if it just, it's not going to work this year. And they just don't want to give it the risk because it's not going to sell enough tickets. And there's some that are like, okay, this is so successful. Let's keep doing more comedy, for example.
This sounds like the most fascinating career I've ever heard of. It really does. Just thinking about it, because it's like, as somebody who loves film but isn't necessarily talented or whatever, I'm fascinated by that concept because, like you said, without an audience, there's nothing.
Exactly.
So there's how that fits in, getting the vibe. I'm picturing like you have a live spreadsheet that's like 8 pages long of just, this is where we're at with this one. This is where we're at with this one. This is where we're at with it. And it's fascinating to think about it because, like you said initially, people are like, I want to be in Cannes, I want to be in Sundance, I want to be in Tribeca. Sure, everybody knows that when they
do I.
Exactly. But the tickets are more than I'm paying. But at that same time, it's fascinating because you have, much like USA Film, Sarasota Film, Naples, you have so many different festivals that have those niches. It's like you're spinning plates like nobody's business.
100%. And like we say, Naples, talking about horror, is that they did tell me when I, bonded really well with the programmers, they were saying, don't send us horror because our audience are not a demographic and we don't screen horror. So we need things that are more, like not safe, but just more stuff that is more accessible for
It's a little bit of an older
audience,
demographic in that section of the country.
And the films that they program, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense because they
Mhm.
are films that are for like an older clientele, which is great because it sells out. It's a busy festival, so it sells out.
I bet I'm Not Rappaport would just kill in Naples.
Yeah.
No, that's a great
No, you're
movie.
not
That's
wrong.
not a joke.
You're not
That's
wrong.
a great movie, but it's
You're
that
not wrong.
demographic.
Is there a certain film that you've gotten to promote that you hang your hat on? Like, I got this one done. Like this was like, what's at the
that's a
top of
good
your list on that?
question.
Yeah, well, I'm proud of every film I work on that we've
Of
got them
course.
seen and they get on the circuit, and they do win a lot of awards for clients, which is excellent. There was one film I worked on, which was this was a really hard sell, but I was like, I know I can get this in the right festival. I'm going to really target one in particular. So it was a South African version of Chekhov's play, The Seagull.
Oh wow!
I mean, it was great, but it was niche. So it was really niche.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to lobby this to the Moscow Film Festival. This is before, obviously, the war. And I said, I think they're going to love this. And then it got programmed. It had 3 standing ovations and won the best of festival. I said, that's all we need is to prove that we've got the right audience for it here. And it can translate from South Africa to Russia and they can really appreciate their interpretation.
So you said it's definitely niche. The new version of
Yeah.
Hamlet's kind of
Mhm.
like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Which I love.
Yeah.
They're telling me that you've got to go. So before you go, I want to make sure how can people get a hold of you?
The best way would be my website. So you look at my website, you can find out all about me and connect with me on Instagram and email. So the website is thefilmfestivaldoctor.com.
Thefilmfestivaldoctor.com.
Correct.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I
Thank
wish you had
you.
more, but they're telling me you've got to go. So
I got a GTFO.
all right. Hey,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much. That was awesome. Oh, well, I'm glad you had a good time. 'Cause that's our goal. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
What are we doing, Don? What's
I don't
going on
know.
right now? What's happening right
Oh,
now?
he's joining.
Well, he told me that was our last guest, so I'm a little confused now.
Yeah,
Again,
I know you got to go in like 2 minutes.
Okay, Slav only has a couple minutes because he has to go to the film coming in, so he'll introduce himself.
okay.
Yeah.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Hey guys, I'm good. Thanks.
Hmm.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Introduce yourself to our audience, please.
My name is Slava Denisov. I'm a filmmaker from Russia and now Los Angeles, and I'm presenting a little short film called The Ride.
Tell us about it.
It's a pretty unique concept. The entire story is told through the eyes of the car as it goes through several owners over the decades, experiencing life, essentially. And we have a fantastic Ron Perlman giving his voice to the car.
Oh, nice.
That sounds awesome.
You put Ron Perlman in anything, you've already got me.
Well, I mean,
know, right?
Ron Perlman is the icing on the cake. I'm fascinated by this concept. So you're going through, is it too much of a spoiler to give away if it is a full life cycle of the vehicle?
It's a full life cycle of the vehicle,
Okay.
starting from the 1976, because
Oh, wow.
it is actually a 76 Plymouth Volare.
Oh,
And it goes all the way until our time. We actually shot the entire thing from a single camera perspective, so we'll look at the world through the eyes of the car. It never breaks, the camera never moves. It's just looking through the windshield of the car, experiencing drivers and everybody they interact with.
that is fascinating.
That's
That's such a cool idea.
I'm here for it.
That's one of those ones you hear about and you're like, that's so cool. Why didn't I think of it? That's awesome.
What
Sorry.
What inspired you to do this film? Because you kind of blew my mind just now with
Yeah.
this concept. Like, what brought you to this?
No, I appreciate it so much. It's just really a necessity of trying to make something unique cheaply,
Mhm.
hopefully, because
Got it.
we hit the camera inside of the car. Nobody knew what we were doing, so we didn't get any permits or anything like that. We were just driving around LA shooting stuff, and we have a bunch of locations. With the limited scope and there's only so much real estate on the screen we need to control. We actually can pull off period piece and do different decades, just redress the car, different wardrobes on the character and whatnot. And yeah, everything came together with Ron Perlman on top of it.
How did you get Perlman?
Ooh, I found his agent's email online and I just reach out to him. We shot the movie first, so he get to see it. I didn't think we would have broken through with the script alone, but since the film was ready, he watched it and he loved it and he agreed to do it. It was fantastic. I didn't feel manly enough to be in the same room with the man.
What was the most challenging thing about making this short film?
Oh, frankly, just convincing everybody that that's going to work. You know, it's a tough sell,
That-
even for my cinematographer. Like, we're never going to move the camera once.
He's like, I have the easiest job ever.
You would think so, but there's so many unique challenges that comes with it.
And you get the award for coolest tattoo of anybody on the show this week.
Oh, you recognize it?
Sergeant Pepper, you kidding me?
That's right.
That's right. I've got that on a T-shirt at home from when my wife and I went and saw Beatles Love in Vegas.
It just appeared on my skin one day. I don't know
Hey,
what happened.
you know what?
Hey, great stories end that way.
He's not wrong. What do they say? No good stories never started with a salad. That's why
Yeah.
beer is a thing. Is you got the film here? Is it anywhere else that's going to be showing?
Yeah, we've been on this festival run for about a year now. We've played a bunch of different festivals. I'm super happy to return to Texas for the second time. We've been on South Texas Festival before that. But this is my first time in Dallas. I've never been here before.
You're at a good time of
welcome.
year. If you're here in August, it's not like this.
Oh,
trust me. It's,
yeah.
the heat here is
fine.
not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Listen, I'm Russian. I'm grateful for the heat.
Yeah, you're the opposite end of that spectrum.
Now, have you talked to any distributors yet, or anywhere that might be picking it up for streaming, perhaps?
Well, yes, we are considering some streaming options, but as you know, short films is not much of a market. But we are developing a feature version of the film now, and we're
that'll
talking
be
to a
fun.
bunch of producers and agents, and the script is ready. I hope Ron will return.
I was going to say, did Ron get it in his contract that he gets first right of refusal?
He snuck it in there.
Yeah, I'm not that experienced of putting together contracts yet,
Fair
but
enough.
I really hope that he likes it enough to be in the feature version as well.
Awesome.
Well, I know the shorts is about to start.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Thanks.
cannot wait to see this.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
like
gonna be great.
just that sounds awesome. I wish you all the best.
And
Thanks
we're
so much,
getting to
guys.
wrap up our time. So
And where can we reach you to? Your websites, anything, social media that people
Absolutely.
Really, we're mostly active on Instagram. The group is called The Right Film 2025, and that's where you can find us. We're going to have a bunch of other screenings coming up later this year. So, yeah, I hope you guys get to see it.
absolutely. Thank you so much for sitting
Thank you
down
for
with us.
coming.
Thanks so much
Let's
for
love
having
to see his film, The Ride 2025 on Instagram. That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna look that up.
I'm not even kidding. We're still on the show and I'm doing it.
All right, boys, we gotta
Thank
tear
you
through
so
this
much,
crate
Bubba.
because
Yeah.
it is 7:30. So we're gonna tear through this crate. For those of you that don't know, this is the AEW All Elite crate. The theme this quarter is Double or Nothing. No, Double or Nothing is the Double or Nothing 2026.
Oh, okay.
So that's coming up Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it is.
I will reveal the items.
Okay.
Dom will have first rights of refusal.
Mhm.
It will pass to Alex.
Mhm.
Alex passes on, and it comes to me. Let's see here. All right, first T-shirt. Oh, both T-shirts, kind of cool this month. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
The first one
I'm trying not to look
is a tag team.
back again.
It is the true story of tag team love and lascivious lust, because it is the
Yikes.
timeless love bombs.
Oh, that's
Tony Storm and
Tony.
Mini Circle.
If it's Tony Storm, the Fantastic Four.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, second one is one that I think Alex could be interested in. Ooh, I like this one a lot.
Sorry, I was trying to hear it. It sounded like they were making an announcement
So-
for Deepwater.
Do you remember the theme for Texas Pinball Festival this year?
No.
What? Yes, but I don't quite know how to say it right now. But there was dragons.
Because there's a dragon on this shirt.
Okay.
Because it is the representative of the protostar, Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, that is well
It's a
done.
good looking shirt.
That's a lot of words for me.
I'll pass. Alex is thinking. That is cool.
Do
Let
it.
me see.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm
Make
taking
you
it.
feel good. All cool kids are doing it.
All the cool kids are doing it. Don took the first
The
shirt.
pin.
You're out of it.
Let's do the pin.
I just
gonna-
saw an item and
Yeah.
I wish I didn't look.
Okay.
I'm just going to show this.
Okay.
I do not suggest that you utilize this
Okay.
particular item.
I think
All
it's
right.
the one I saw.
We're almost there. We're like 2 minutes out. We're just doing this and we're done. 0 forks given, Don.
Oh no, I can't.
Who is this?
I guess it's Mox,
I guess it has to be.
because isn't that his bit?
Well, yeah, he does use the fork. You know, just for Sean, I'll take this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna set
Don, I'm going to
things
give you
here.
this card because you can. It's a scratch off to reveal a discount.
Okay.
There you go.
Next up, I find Alex that it's going to be very difficult for him to pass this up.
If it even gets to me.
It's probably not something that'll be utilized for probably another 6-8 months. It is a beanie that represents them boys.
Okay, here's the thing. That is cool, but I will give Alex the first right on this one.
Okay.
Because I know he's a Briscoes.
If you want it,
No,
by
no,
all
no,
means.
no. Briscoes. There's the sting rule for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't stick to that rule,
But
I don't. We've had the talks.
know
I don't
it-
like that rule, but yes, I am the
I'll pass.
Briscoes guy.
Yeah, I'll pass.
We have a puzzle.
Oh, that's interesting.
We have a 12-piece puzzle.
Okay. Doesn't seem very complex at 12 pieces.
It is got the Double or Nothing logo in the background,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
and it answers a very important question.
Oh dear.
Whose house?
I think you need to take that
Yeah, but yeah, I'll take that.
because
Kind
if
of-
I'm not mistaken, Faith
It
loves
does
to swerve.
swerve.
Kind of
Yeah.
wish you had Ellie's shirt in the picture.
That's
kinda cool.
also fair.
That
Oh
would
my
be cool.
Wait a minute. Let's double check. Yeah, that's not it.
Okay.
Because that would be too cool if he had it.
The pin is tiny
Oh,
this
okay.
month, but it's cute.
Okay,
It's
let's try this question. Where do you think the pin will wind up?
I don't know
Oh, really? That's
because it's a
interesting.
little itty bitty pin for an awfully big person, and I don't mean big and muscular and well presented because it is the Megasis, Megan Bain.
I'll pass. You like pins?
It's tiny.
Oh, it's a chibi.
Sure.
It's a chibi pin.
Sure.
I will leave it to you
All right.
because I don't have a place for that.
We also have the Micro Brawler this month.
This ought to be interesting.
We got a Chase Limited Edition, boys.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
It is from a piece of history
Oh,
in
boy.
AEW. From the first ever women's blood and guts match,
Mhm.
it is the Chase variant for Sky Blue.
Wow.
Oh, wow. The blood too. I'll pass though.
I will pass, but I really want to make sure that that's on display at your place.
It will be. I'll put it on the wall.
You do take care of your stuff.
Yep, yep, yep. And last but not
just
least,
gonna
we have
shift
the
it.
autograph this month or this quarter. We've got to get off there so we can pack this stuff up.
Exactly.
The autograph this quarter. I don't need this autograph because this person looks like my cousin when I was a kid. So I have plenty of
Okay, so I already know who it is.
And it is Speedball Mike Bailey.
I'll pass.
I'm going to make you take it.
Okay.
Send it to your cousin.
I'll send it to my other cousin that I told him looks like him.
There you go.
All right, boys. We got to wrap this up because we got to pack
Let's
this
do
stuff
it.
up. We got
Wrap it
stuff to do. Next week, we will be back to Abnormal.
Okay.
Thursday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. I would normally say there's a QR code right here, but it's not there. Just go to stolenwatermedia.com. We got things for you. You can go to the clubhousepodcast.com. It'll forward you there
Yeah.
where all our reviews are. We've got trailers up now, all of our episodes. We're going to have the entire back catalog in the next couple of weeks
Nice.
available to you on the Stolen Water Media website. Check out all the great shows right here at Stolen Water Media, Sunset Lounge, DFW, whether it's Norm, whether it's Sunset Soccer Clubs. He's got a co-host now
Oh, nice.
as we're getting ready for the World Cup coming up.
Mhm.
Signal 51 Chronicles, if you're into true crime. We've got the Angle. I tell you, Mac's story that he told a couple weeks ago was great. Go check that out. Norm Hitzkis, just wondering. He's back. Of course, YDC.
Mhm.
They were at EarthX earlier this week. Great job by Ashley and everybody. They were juggling 3 or 4 different stages
Oh,
at
yeah.
the same time all week, so they're probably resting up. Again, tomorrow, Dallas Comic Show.
Oh, well, we can't
Coming.
forget Al Maximo as well.
Al
in that
Maximo,
group,
yep.
yeah.
Yep, very, very popular.
Check out CBD House of Healing.
CBD House of Healing, the official sponsor right here at Sunset Lounge
Mhm.
DFW, cbddallas.com, where you can go see them at the northeast corner of Northwest Highway and
Preston.
is it Preston? No, Plano
They're
Road.
on.
Plano
I
Road.
thought they were. Yeah, they're
Plano
on
Road.
it.
Plano Road, which is a little bit further east than you were thinking, but you
Mhm.
got closer than I did because you actually got part of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally just looking at the banner button, trying to remember.
Yeah,
I can't even. I'm not even gonna.
We can't even.
No mystery whatsoever.
And don't forget about the Eric Nadel show coming up in 3 weeks. You want to be there
Absolutely.
for that. Alex and I will be available for that particular show as well. We kind of thank the USA Film Festival for letting our shenanigans be here.
Mhm.
This goes through Sunday, so come check it out. I'll be in about an hour and 22 minutes. I'm going to be hanging out and doing Q&As.
Mhm.
So, boys, anything else before we wrap this up? All right.
It's been a great day.
Yeah.
Great film festival. Let's do it.
So until next time, for Alex, for Don, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed. Brittany Palmer, give me something to work with. I got nothing going on. I can't talk about you if there's nothing out there.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.